Jessii Vee. I don't know why, but whenever I wear stripes, I feel like Beetlejuice or something. I just need some like lime green accessories and it's a whole vibe. All right, so you guys have been requesting me to do a video like this for such a long time. I'm going to be telling you the most popular / controversial toy that came out the year that you were born. So while you're watching this, comment down below which toy represents you. It has to be the year that you were born. So I debated on which year to start with, but we're gonna start with 1994 because that's the year that I was born, and most of my audience is my age or younger. So we're gonna go from 1994 to like 2015 or so. And if you watch me and you're older than me, that's like totally cool. Anybody's welcome here, obviously. I just had to start from somewhere because if I went from all the way to like 1910 or something, we would be here forever. Not that anybody's watching me from 1910. Before I get started though, if you have not seen my last video, we have come out with these really cool sparkle-filled light up mermaid tail pens. They have like liquid glitter inside of them, so you move them around, they light up. They're actually really cool. I also have them here, but look at the glitter. Can you see the glitter? It's so pretty. I could just do this all day long. And they all light up too, but it's probably really hard to see with all of my lights right now. Anyways though, those are linked down below. We always have some really weird stuff on the website. Okay, so let's start with the year that I was born, which was 1994. I know, it's so long ago. The year I was born, Power Rangers came out. Now, not all of these toys are like creepy or controversial, only a group of them, and I will tell you which ones those are. Power Rangers were the most popular toy to give for Christmas in 1994. Each figurine cost only $10, and they actually had 1 billion in sales that first year. Now, I never owned any Power Rangers, but comment down below if you did. Next, we have 1995, which is the year my husband Ty was born, and the most popular toy that year was Pogs. Recycling took on a whole new life when a disposable bottle cap from a Hawaiian drink called Passion Orange Guava turned into a 90s game craze. And actually, a teacher was the one who first started this whole Pog craze. She used the drink's cap to teach her students a game her grandparents had played on their Hawaiian plantations with milk bottle lids. They started being mass-produced with pop culture images on them that people would collect. I remember having a ton of Pogs when I was a kid, and I actually think I got a lot of them from McDonald's as well. Then we have 1996, and this was Tickle Me Elmo, and yes, this was one of the most controversial, creepy toys. I've done a whole video on it. Inventor Ron Dubrin developed an electronic chip that responded to motion by emitting a giggle, and he put it in a stuffed monkey. His creation didn't catch fire until Tycho placed it in Elmo. It proved to be so popular that parents drove miles and waited for hours in search of this toy. Now, I might do a whole other video on Tickle Me Elmo because there are so many creepy stories, hundreds of paranormal stories with this toy that people have experienced. So if you want me to do another Tickle Me Elmo video, give this video a thumbs up because I definitely will. Then in 1997, the most popular toy was the Tamagotchi. This digital cyber pet became a huge success right away. Kids couldn't wait to adopt their own little creature that they could take care of. But this whole story actually has a very dark side. The egg-shaped toy with a liquid crystal screen expired if children left it unattended for more than 5 or 6 hours a day. And this actually started to become very traumatic for young kids because they would actually fall in love with this pet and then it would die while they were at school or while they were sleeping because they couldn't constantly be with it 24/7. Psychologists called this effect on young children the Tamagotchi effect. Like, this was actually a phenomenon going around where kids were being like psychologically destroyed because of these toys. I used to like literally sneak them into my pencil cases at school to just make sure that I could keep an eye on it and keep it alive, but they became banned from my school because people just couldn't stop touching them and holding them and playing with them. Then in 1998, the most popular toy was Furby, and this was also very controversial. People have a lot of creepy stories about this as well. Furby is an American electronic robot toy that was originally released in 1998 by Tiger Electronics. It resembles a hamster or owl-like creature and went through a period of being a must-have toy following its holiday season launch. I used to have like the mini Furbies, like the ones you would get at like McDonald's or the dollar store. I never had like a huge full-on Furby, but if you guys remember, in 2018 I bought a haunted Furby, which wasn't the best choice I've ever made. Then in 1999 we have Pokemon, which I feel like is pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I need to talk about what Pokemon is. Everybody knows what Pokemon icon is. In 2000, we had the Razor scooter. No need to master the skateboard when you can get on this sleek modern scooter. The Razor scooter became a rage for kids who wanted streamlined wheels to scoot around on. Now, I'm not sure if I ever had this because I would have only been like 6 years old at the time, and I was a very clumsy child, so I probably did not own this. Then in 2001, we had Bratz Dolls, which kind of were controversial because of the way they were dressed. Parents weren't really comfortable with their kids playing with a doll that had a tiny little mini skirt. Created by Carter Bryant and MGA Entertainment, Bratz Dolls were marketed as fashionable and glitzy and given modern names like Chloe, Jade, Sasha, and Yasmin. By 2005, over 125 million dolls were sold around the world, earning MGA $2 billion in sales. I owned like every single Bratz doll to ever exist. I think I almost liked them more than Barbies, but there are a ton of weird things to do with them. I also made a video on that a couple years ago. Then in 2002, there was Beyblade. Kids could compete in a battle with these contemporary spinning tops from Hasbro, with names like Drago, Storm Pegasus, and Dark Wolf. The company sold 150 million of the tops, earning a whopping 500 million in sales. Now, I remember these actually ended up being banned from the playgrounds at my school because kids would literally battle it out outside and would get into physical fights. Like, these toys became violent. It wasn't very good. Okay, in 2003, we have Robosapien. This toy is capable of walking by itself, and it can grasp objects with either of its hands and throw grasped objects with mild force. It has a small loudspeaker unit which can broadcast several different vocalizations. The product was very successful over the Christmas season, with over 1.5 million units sold because people had never seen anything like it. There's literally a quote calling it humanoid with attitude that comes to life at your command and performs amazing tasks. I have never seen or heard of this thing before, so please comment down below if you ever own this. I don't know why, like, robots really scare me. We're gonna go through these next few very quickly because they're very self-explanatory. 2004 was Nintendo DS, 2005 was Xbox 360, 2006 was Nintendo Wii, and 2007 was the iPod Touch, so all like gaming and technology. We all know what these ones are. Then in 2008, we have something called Zuzu Pets. Forget actual hamsters, this robotic hamster ran on batteries instead. The high demand for the real pet led creator Russ Hornsby to design Zuzus. Much like the real thing, they even made affectionate noises when cuddled. According to the Washington Post, the company made at least 70 million in its launch the first year. Now, if you guys remember my old storytime videos, I owned like 10 plus hamsters growing up, so I don't think I ever had a Zuzu pet because I had the real thing. And I can't say they really make affectionate noises when you cuddle them. I got bit, I got pooped on. They're not super cuddly. Then in 2009, we have something called Mindflex. Mindflex is a toy by Mattel which apparently uses brain waves to steer a ball through an obstacle course. The brain waves are captured with the enclosed EEG headset, which allows the user to control an airstream with their concentration, thus lifting or lowering the delicate foam ball. Scientists have questioned whether the toy actually measures brain waves or just randomly moves the ball. Some people think it's just an illusion, like you think you're controlling it, but you're actually not. But there are some other scientists who say, yes, you actually are controlling this with your mind. I don't know, guys. That freaks me out so much. Then in 2018, we have the iPad, which is also very self-explanatory. Then in 2011, we have Barbie Video Girl, which I have done a whole video about. Super creepy. This thing shouldn't have been allowed to be in stores at all. Barbie Video Girl has a gaping hole in her chest disguised as a fashion pendant that contains a camera lens. She has a color LCD view screen on her back, and 256 megabytes of internal memory are packed into her plastic body. The FBI was actually concerned about who would be able to hack into these cameras to watch kids. It was all over the news, parents were afraid, people were returning them. It was just a privacy hazard. Then in 2012, we have Fidget Friends. They made their debut in July of 2011 at the New York Toy Fair and are similar to the famous toy Furby. In 2012, the Fidget Friends interactive figures was awarded Girl Toy of the Year. Now, I've never heard or seen of these things in my entire life, but that's probably because at this point I was going into college and this stuff wouldn't interest me anymore. Then in 2013, we have something called Big Hugs Elmo. Once again, Elmo was the must-have toy for Christmas. This soft plush toy was capable of returning children's cuddles, singing lullabies, and playing various games. This version of Elmo could also say 50 different sounds and phrases to keep children entertained and to help them learn. I'm sorry, but why is anything Elmo absolutely terrifying to me? Like, I see pictures of this toy on the shelf placed the wrong way, and it looks like Elmo is attacking a child. No thank you. Then in 2014, we have the Elsa Dolls. Disney's hottest movie of the time was also followed by a wave of must-have merchandise. The Snow Glow Elsa doll was highly sought after around in Christmas of 2014, and it sang and said various lines from the movie. Everybody wanted this Elsa doll. If you guys don't remember, a little while ago I did a video on a haunted Elsa doll. Pretty creepy. And then in 2015 we have the BB8 toy. Star Wars has always been popular and Star Wars toys equally so. So when Disney joined up with LucasArts, everyone knew there would be some pretty special toys on the market that year. The BB8 droid was no exception. This voice-controlled bot made by Sphero was the most popular toy in Christmas of 2015. I actually wish I had this toy. This actually looks really, really cool, especially because I am a Star Wars fan. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna continue past the year 2015 because if you were born after 2015 and watching me, that means that you are 6 years old or younger. Aren't you scared of my videos? I mean, you're totally fine to be here if you're 6 years old or younger. I just hope I'm not like giving you nightmares or anything. Comment which toy below was your birth year because that toy represents you. I guess I'm a Power Ranger. Anyway, so guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to do another video like this and start from like 1900, I definitely can. It would be a very long video. But yeah, don't forget if you like one of the cool new light up sparkly mermaid tail pens, I have linked them down below. But I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day and I will see you in my next video. Bye!